Bro, I just saw this video on TikTok that just had me screaming. This woman was asking her son, like, what do you think square up means? The kid's like, what does it mean? Square up, square up. Like, mom's like, act it out. Act it out. What do you think that means? And the kid's just like, he like, kind of like makes some sort of weird shape and he jumps. And he's like, what the fuck? No, that's not what square. All I could think, bro, was get this kid a father, bro. I'm fucking sitting here dying laughing, bro. I'm like, and I think about how funny it's actually, maybe to me that's fucking hilarious. And I do actually think that that shit is funny. Like it's just so tragic. Why the fuck has this kid not learned how to, you know, square up, I guess, it's just like where's there's a place for a father in a kid's life, I think, really. While it's funny, the kid, I mean, it's very good that he doesn't actually know this stuff. But I thought this whole such a crude joke, but it is funny though. And for a second, I kind of thought, what's this unapologetic side that would actually just kind of let that joke fucking fly? And I can think of all the ways it could blow up. And I don't know. I think it's kind of a volatile idea, and I don't know if I'm really ready to put out certain ideas. And this is kind of a recording to kind of test the waters of that. It's like, what is a controversial idea? How far is too far? What kind of jokes are or are not funny? I guess personally, the way I think about things is I kind of just let it fucking fly, man. I think you really, really can just say pretty much whatever you want, as long as it's all jokes. At the end of the day, it's comedy, uh, and you can also actually learn some real problems that are in the world and that need to be addressed. And I think we could talk a lot about family relationships, and you know that's a whole topic in itself. Is what's happened to like the family relationship as time has gone on. It seems like divorce rates are so high. It's being raised without both your parents. Divorce. Everything about it can be so tragic, and these are real hard things to deal with. That I think being able to make a really crude joke can just be a way to get a little bit of release out of all the real tension that you can get caught up in. And I kind of just think it's interesting that I can have such a fucking debate, basic and horrific thought, like, get this poor kid a father, when really this is just a sweet scene. A mother is asking her son, like, what this little phrase means, this little vernacular that, most people might know and be expected to know, square up. But, this kid, is sweet and innocent, doesn't really know. And I'm thinking, I was like, I was about to start looking. I was like, does this kid have a father? Is there actually not a kid? The joke is funny in itself. Like, get this kid a father, but the kid has a father, obviously. But I don't know anything more. I'm not going to even look into it. But I had the impulse to actually check before I even thought, should you record a video like that? And how much thinking will I be doing when posting these things? Well, I would say this is one of the sketchier ones that I'm considering putting out there. It's a little, you can see how it could be concerning when you want to be taken seriously, as in a lot of ways. I don't want to be, I want to be able to talk about real stuff from time to time, grounded in reality, feet flat on the ground. And sometimes I want to kind of be able to stay floating around in the world of whimsy, and where consequences really don't matter, and where everything's nice. And because that's a really nice place to be. But every once in a while, I gotta step out into reality and realize that not everybody's living in paradise like me every fucking day of my life. So anyway, I guess this is a really chaotic one. I didn't really have a firm plan when I hit record, but I just had this really weird thought, and didn't want to let it go. So here we go. This is the ramble.